Jealous Marire, as well as Amnesty International. This is what Nelson Chamisa wrote. He said, and he pinned this post. He said, "Dear Police Zimbabwe, why should this terrorism and the primitive brutality on harmless students and the simple, innocent citizens be allowed to continue like this? Mr. Mnangagwa, why should this not worry or concern you? Mugabe was bad. This is worse. So barbaric. This is pure evil." And I think he can say that again. This is pure evil. I've seen the pictures of these, youngsters. They can hardly walk. They can hardly walk there. It appears they were beating them, throwing them in a sewage or so, because they are so dirty. For what? For participating in activism. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, Hloniphani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So Nelson Chamisa writing on X to Emerson Mnangagwa, he says, "Dear Mr. Mnangagwa, this is why this evil must be fought for as long as is necessary, even the rest of our lives, or with our own lives. This is wrong in all material aspects." I'm telling you, I will post this video on Hloniphani Global News. Let me just pray. These youngsters were literally crying because they were feeling pain. You see. Yo, I can't even watch that. It's gruesome. It's very, very gruesome. And the Central Intelligence Organization, after abducting them, presented them to the Zimbabwe Republic Police. We've seen this going on, and the question is, for how long should this nefarious, evil, and barbaric Emerson Mnangagwa be allowed to continue to do so to young people? This is barbaric to the core. Amnesty International has also responded with a statement, but for how long will these statements continue before action is taken against this regime, which is anti-people? And it wrote as follows: Amnesty International strongly condemns the attacks on ZINASU students from Chinhoyi University, who were allegedly abducted, tortured. They were not allegedly, they were actually abducted, tortured, after conducting student election campaigns on campus. The two students, 23-year-old Malvin Madanda and 21-year-old Lyndon Zanga, were allegedly abducted yesterday and were found later today, reportedly dumped, beaten, and injured. These attacks threatens not just freedoms but of assembly, expression, and association, but also the rights to education, non-discrimination, academic freedom, and participation in university public life. We urge the authorities to thoroughly investigate these attacks and ensure that students are able to exercise their freedom of expression and peaceful assembly and organize without fear or reprisals, intimidation, or torture. So I had reported, I think I did so on my Facebook channel. I posted. Remember, I've told you to make sure that you follow that channel. I'm posting a lot of content which unfortunately I cannot post here for purposes of actually safeguarding my account against I've got a lot of enemies. So a lot of enemies, some of them purportedly to be fighting against the regime, whilst in bed with the same regime that is oppressing the people. I want to also read what has been written by Marire Mbizo Jealousy. He says, after witnessing this, and Nelson Chamisa commenting, he says, at the end of the day, these are our children, our young brothers, our youth, who should be left to exercise politics with the kind of revolutionary exuberance consistent with being young. What kind of a country, a political culture are we building when we are brutalizing our children like this? This is not right. And any right-thinking Zimbabwean should condemn such brutality. The question is why? Just because ZINASU Zim chose to stand with the rest of the citizens against the 2030 machinations. Mnangagwa should be ashamed. Does that man have shame in the first place? Does that man does not deserve to be amongst the people? I think that is the devil incarnate. He is the devil, a pure personification of devil incarnate. At his old age, some should be thinking about actually rescuing themselves from actually going to hell. That one, he would be thrown deep in the pit of hell because of the brutalities that he committed on humanity. This is, let me continue. The question is why? Just because, yes, I've read this, he calls himself a sitting president when he easily gets irritated by voices against his efforts to give himself an unconstitutional third term. I hope Professor Jonathan Moyo is now happy. Isn't this what he was advocating for when he said every dissenting voices against 2030 should be crowded out, drowned, and extinguished? I think Professor Jonathan Moyo and Emerson Mnangagwa are one and the same thing. So very, very terrible news. I'll be posting this video on Hlonipani Global News. That is on Facebook, and you would be able to watch for yourself the brutality, the extent of how brutal Emerson Mnangagwa is. This is a man with a wife. And I wonder, what does his wife say when they sleep? Is she the one? In fact, we've heard that she is also just like Emerson Mnangagwa. I cannot speak about the twins, the parented twins. You can look at their face that they are just like Emerson Mnangagwa. And Zimbabwe do not deserve to be led by such evil people. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. We'll be coming shortly with more. Oganqube Umhlabane is signing off. Let me love and leave you.